All right. Thanks everyone for joining me today as we start to talk about planning for success with Microsoft Teams and direct routing. As we journey from Skype for business to Teams, the discussion begins to revolve around how we use Teams for our telephone systems. My name's Shane Hoey. I work for Audio Codes. So my normal day job is I'm the person on the other side of the phone when you have support queries. So I've been doing direct routing now in both production and POC environments. Firstly, this is not a marketing session. It is going to be technical by nature. In fact, really this session is about showing you how to deploy direct routing so that you can plan accordingly. Number one question we are being asked is direct routing the correct solution for my company or for my organization? Look, direct routing is a natural progression from Skype for Business to Teams. It's important for your digital transformation, but importantly, only your business can really make that decision if you're ready for Teams. POCs or proof of concepts are extremely important in that transition. Direct routing is very easy to deploy. It's a lot less complex than, say, Skype for Business of years gone by. To give you an example, I was giving some training to people who had never used Skype for Business, and they just started using Teams. Within the first couple of hours, they had already got options happening up into connection to 365. By the end of the day, they were making telephone calls. So we can do this very, very quickly. So how can I call PSTN numbers? So we have users, and our users are homed in Office 365. We're wanting to make phone calls. So we're adding our phone system. There's two ways to make calls. The first is via calling plan. So calling plan is where Microsoft provide the SIP trunk. Okay, so all the calls provided by Microsoft. Very simple to deploy. We click a couple of buttons inside the admin center. But here's the catch. It's only available in 10 countries plus Australia. So the reason why I say plus Australia is that the Australia is done by a third party. It's not the true calling plan that those other 10 countries. It is different. Direct routing, on the other hand, is bring your own trunk. Or bring your own SIP trunk, bring your own ISDN. Effectively, what we do is we add an SBC, and that SBC enables us to interrupt with SIP trunks, PABXs, analog devices, call centers, you name anything that you're connecting up to your SIP trunks today. So why would we use direct routing over calling plan? Firstly, as I mentioned, it's not available in all regions. The second, it's the ability to do interrupt with these third-party systems, call recording, contact centers, and the like. The other reason is you might have an existing contract that you can't get out of. So you contract with your telco provider maybe for another 2 years, and you want them to move to Teams now. So we can use direct routing to move that early. One of the good things is both calling plan and direct routing, they can coexist on the same tenant. It gives us the ability to have two discrete route calls, gives us the ability to route the calls two distinct ways. So we can have a user that can make a telephone call and it can go out PSTN calling via their calling plan, or we could route via direct routing. It also allows us to coexist with Skype for Business, including CCE. And to give you an example of how we could do that, we might have analog devices. We might have people in America where calling plans available. So an American, they'll call. It'll go out via calling plan. If we want to go to, say, an analog device, it might be a hotel. They've got lots of analog devices in hotels. We can route the call via direct routing. So you can use a mix of both. You might also have users in Singapore, and they would use direct routing. Users in America could be using calling plan. So it gives us a lot of flexibility we didn't have in the past. There's two deployment models when we're talking direct routing. So the first one is the enterprise model. So this is where we have an enterprise. They connect to Office 365. They purchase an SBC, and they connect the SBC to Office 365. And effectively, we get the ability to make phone calls. Now, it can be a single SBC, it could be multiple SBCs, and we configure different voice routes. So we can send calls out Australia, we could send calls out to Singapore, and the likewise. The second one is the carrier hosting model. So with the carrier hosting model, the carrier or the telco, they own the SBC, and of course they own the SIP trunks as well, but they connect their tenant to Office 365. Now, they then go off and they sell their own plans, and each customer has their own Office 365 tenant, and then what happens is the carrier then configures a user account in their tenant for their customers, and the customers is able to make the phone calls through the carrier. Now, one of the important things here is that the carrier does require some admin access into your tenant. But other than that, there's two models that you can choose. So if you choose to do it on yourself, you've got the enterprise model. If you want to go for a third party, you've got the carrier model. And of course, we've also got PSTN calling direct from Microsoft. So why use a certified session border controller? Well, you can't purchase a certified SIP trunk. So with calling plan, we've got the options. If you want to just purchase it, you've got to purchase an SBC. Microsoft supports only the certified SBCs to pair with direct routing. So, and the reason for this is the SBC vendors go through intensive testing with Microsoft, and it will guarantee the device will work. There's also a shared support process with those vendors and Microsoft. So if you log a ticket in Office 365, there's a shared support matrix that Microsoft and the vendor have to fix your problems. The other thing you can do, if you've got an existing SBC, just leverage that SBC. You don't need to go out and buy a new SBC today, because if it's supported, you can just add the routes into direct routing. Overall, if you want to look at it, just download one for free. So if you can run virtual SBCs, and the vendors, they do give you the ability to have, I think it's 3 or 4 sessions per SBC for trialing. It's also the SBC in your own terms, physical, virtual, private, or public cloud. Today, the SBCs will work on everything. You no longer have to have that little bit of tin. To work with the SBC, to work with media bypass, it'll require ICE Lite, and that'll allow us to have media bypass in the near future. If you're looking at media bypass, one thing to remember is you're going to have to hairpin the firewall traffic. There's going to be a bit of hairpinning, so there is a bit of firewall work to do that. Media bypass, I envisage that it will only be using internally, so internally customers. You do have to hit the external interface on the SBC. I think most customers will be using media bypass just on the internal networks. When we come to routing the calls, that's what the SBC really does well. So you might have your existing system, so let's say Skype for Business. You'll have Skype for Business, you'll add in Teams. You've still got to route the calls, the telephone numbers, to either the Skype or Teams. And to do that, you could do it manually. The problem with doing it manually, it's time consuming and it's not going to scale. So I always recommend use Active Directory, do Active Directory lookups, and or a dial plan. So that just gives us smooth migration, and we can enable 1 or 2 users at a time. A couple other options, of course. We can also use static files. Maybe you're going to route the calls via static files, dynamic call tagging, or you could centralize it across the globe. A couple other features of your SBC. Denial of service. So SBCs are automatically going to detect denial attacks, block ports. SBCs are designed as a firewall device. They're a voice firewall, so they're very, very secure. intrusion attacks, dynamically creating blacklists and the like, and also ensuring things like TLS are taking place and encryption. So one of the big questions I've been getting asked, can we run in Azure? And yes, we can. So we've got customers today running in Azure, and it scales really, really well. And this is where the techie in me gets excited. So with in the near future, we're going to be decoupling the media and the signaling. So you're going to be able to run multiple VMs for signaling, multiple VMs for media, and you'll be able to get your consumption and just grow it and shrink it, so through orchestration. So definitely Azure and session border controllers are definitely no problem today. Great opportunity if you're looking for devices. Over there in the Teams area today, you've got headsets, phones, meeting rooms, and of course we've been mentioning the SBCs. Go and have a look at those today. It's a great place to look at one location and look at all the devices. Public certificate, also be careful when you're registering your public certificate, make sure there's a list on docs.microsoft.com, purchase from one of those certificate providers. Not all certificates will work with direct routing, not all public certificates. Don't forget, when you're doing this, don't forget about your analog devices. So things like lifts and just your normal phones. Make a plan for them, security, boom gates, speaker systems, that kind of things. Consider a network and firewall assessment as a part of that as well. Really take into account not just the firewall bandwidth, but the concurrent connections directly peak times. So mornings, 9:30 a.m., people are checking their email, making telephone calls. You really got to look at those connections through that firewall and watch out for packet inspection as well. That's another gotcha. Also consider how you're going to monitor these things from end to end, from the user to the SBC to Office 365, and also user lifecycle management. Oops. So look, you're convinced you want to go with direct routing. How do we do it? As I said before, start with a POC. Definitely start with a POC, the best way. And to do that, a couple of things we need. The first thing is to configure our DNS. One of the records we're going to have to configure is link discover. So linkdiscover.shanehoey.com as an example. The reason for this is not for Teams, it's purely for PowerShell. When we're doing our configuration, we're using the Skype Online connector, and that requires link discover, okay? Of course, we've also got our SBC. We'll need to create that DNS. Our firewall, we've got our SIP proxy. So if you look at NS lookup and you go to sip-all ps10hub.microsoft.com, it'll list about 5 or 6, I think it's 6 IP addresses. That is where the SIP proxy traffic will come from. Our media processor is quite easy. It's just 52.11.00/14. It's quite a large range. Don't forget about the client requirements and the media bypass requirements as well. So we're talking about that hairpinning earlier on. One of my big things that I like to do is the management interface. So when we're talking about configuring HPC, I like to configure a management interface, an interface to the ITSP, an interface to the direct routing. And that's to segregate the traffic from internal and external. Because remember, the direct routing is out on the internet, and quite often the ITSP is out on the internet or via a WAN. So always segregate that traffic out. Couple of extra steps. So look, configuring direct routing, always change your username password from default. I know that seems such a simple thing, but as a support person, I can tell you, often when we ask people, what's your username password when we're doing this work, they'll say admin, right? Please, 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 if you haven't changed your SBC password, go and do it today. Make sure you write it down. Separate your direct routing carrier management interfaces, as I mentioned. Configuring NTP, very important. Why NTP? Because time, direct routing needs SSL. If the SSL and the time is out of whack, then the calls will fail. So make sure you configure NTP. Also configure syslog. So syslog is just for doing your diagnostics. Request issue your certificates from a public CA. Make sure you install your root and intermediate CAs on the device, on the SBC, as well as the Baltimore certificate. The Baltimore root certificate is the one from Microsoft. So they are the two areas that we get support calls on. Configure the proxy addresses. When you're configuring the proxy addresses, the sippstnhub.microsoft.com. Do not change this order. Depending on the location you are, they'll go to US, and then Asia, and then the UK, EMEA, and that's all automatic. You don't have to touch that. And of course, follow the SBC implementation guide from your vendors. When we're sending the invites on, there's one core thing that we have to do, and that's on our syntax, is you can see there highlighted our contact. A bit hard there to see probably, but it has to be the fully qualified domain name. There's a couple others that we recommend that you do. So that's the invite, the from. We recommend that you change them from the IP address to the fully qualified domain name. The main thing but is the contact. And that's the same with our options. When we're sending options, it has to be the fully qualified domain name of the SBC. As I mentioned, Windows PowerShell, we're going to be using Skype connector, okay? At the moment, that's the way we configure it. We registered the PSTN gateway. So we put in an FQDN signaling port that the SBC is running on. How many concurrent connections enabled? There's a few other options that we can use as well, but these are the main ones. So enable does allow us to drain it. So if we go $false, it will drain the connection. So allow calls to continue, and the calls will drain. So if you're doing maintenance on SBCs, you've got more than one, you've got the ability to drain. We had our online PSTN usage, and so this is for call authorization. Basically, it's just very simple. We had online our voice routing as well. So with our voice routing, we just put our number patterns and our priorities. So for in this case, I'm saying if the call is for Australia, so +61, then we're going to send it to the fqdn.example. Next step is our online voice routing policy, and we create our online voice routing policy. This is the policy we assign to our users. As you can see, we now have a connection. I mentioned validate with syslog. We can, in this case, you can see we've got a failed validation. If I look in the syslog, if I look for the message, I can see that I had a DNS issue. So here's a example. So this is the SBC sending options to Office 365, and we get our response back in our options. So that's how we know we've got a good connection in and everything's going to be working. Enabling users, license them, enable the users, very similar as we do today, assign the voice routing policy, and we're making calls. Very simple, as you see, it's very, very simple to do. One of the things I always recommend that you do is, after you've done your deployment, capture the syslogs so you know the flow of the calls. Because when you're trying to fault find, sometimes it's great to have these in beforehand. Really quickly, E164, I love all the numbers in E164. As you can see, by default, they won't be in E164. Okay, so there'll be, most numbers will go to E164, but there'll be some numbers that won't. So in Australia, if we dial 8 digits, goes to a local number, it doesn't get normalized. Fiddler is a great tool as well. So you can see there in the back of the JSON, what I've done is I've used Fiddler, and I've been looking at the Teams client, and you can see a lot of the information, a lot of the policies coming down. What we do is we just quickly, and I'm going to run through this quickly, using PowerShell, we can create some tenant dial plans. Those tenant dial plans can have 25 additional numbers, and you can see here, once again in Fiddler, you can see we've got our additional dial plans in. So now when I make that 8-digit call, it comes into E164. It's really good for the users to get everything normalized in 64. Finally, call analytics and call quality dashboard inside the Teams admin center is there as well. And that's good. As you can see here, I made a call. The call failed, and we had a response code of 408. So it's got some great information in there as well. That's it. I'm on time. I forgot to say, I've got some Vegemite. So if anyone wants to try some Vegemite, I know you do, come up and grab it. It is an Australian thing. And yeah, so come and grab it. Thank you very much.